Okay, in this video we're going to have a look at the reactions of metals with acids. And it's worth having a little recap of some of our knowledge that we should know. So we should remember that all acids contain hydrogen. So here's just some common acids. We've got hydrochloric acid, there's the hydrogen. This is sulfuric acid, H2SO4, so there's hydrogen. And this third one here is nitric acid, HNO3. So as you can see, the acids all contain hydrogen. Second little bit of knowledge that's worth remembering is the type of acid that we use determines the salt that we produce. So if we use hydrochloric acid, we will form salts that are chloride salts. If we use nitric acid, we'll form a salt that is a nitrate salt. And if we use sulfuric acid, we'll form a salt that is a sulfate salt. Okay, this links in with the neutralization work that we have completed previously. So let's have a look then at what happens when a metal reacts with an acid using this knowledge to help us understand this. And here's the general equation for that reaction. So metals react with acids, they make a metal salt and they release hydrogen gas as a product as well. Here is an actual example. So here is magnesium reacting with hydrochloric acid, and that's going to form, because this is hydrochloric acid, it will form a chloride, and it has to be a metal salt, so it's going to be magnesium chloride for the metal salt, and then as we've said already, hydrogen gas is going to be produced. In the video I will drop in an example of this reaction taking place, and you can hear the fizzing, the effervescence as the hydrogen is produced during the reaction between the magnesium and the hydrochloric acid. One of the things we should be able to do is to turn this into a balanced symbol equation. So let's just remind ourselves, magnesium is Mg, hydrochloric acid is HCl. Now I'm going to write the formula down for this. If you're struggling to work out the formula for magnesium chloride, then I've put a little QR code next to this on the worksheet. You can go and watch that video, and that shows you how to work out chemical formulas. So if you struggle with this, please watch that video to get some extra practice. But magnesium chloride is MgCl2, and then here we have got hydrogen. We then need to check this equation is balanced. To make sure it's balanced, again, I'm going to do it very quickly, but you need to be watching a video on balancing equations if you are struggling with balancing equations. But I can see there's a magnesium on each side, there's a hydrogen here, and there's two here, and there's one chlorine and two chlorines on this side. So I can see that I need to have two lots here to make myself two hydrogens and two chlorines, and then this equation is balanced. What I'm going to suggest you do is pause this video here. You can update your workbook with the information we've covered so far, and then there are two more equations underneath. What I'm going to suggest you do is, once you've paused the video, you can go back, have a look at those equations, and then I'll do the two in the book, and you can check that you have got them correctly done. Okay, here are the answers to the ones you should have already tried. So the first one was lithium plus sulfuric acid. The name of the salt is going to be lithium sulfate, because sulfuric acid makes a sulfate salt, and that will release hydrogen. In terms of the balanced equation, we have got lithium and sulfuric acid. Lithium sulfate is going to be Li2SO4 and hydrogen. Again, if you're unsure how I've done this, please go and watch that video on finding formulas. That will really help you. This then needs balancing. To balance this, I need a 2 here to give me 2 lithiums, and then the rest of this should be balanced. Again, if you're unsure about balancing equations, watch the little video on balancing equations. Underneath here then is the third equation on your sheet. So calcium with nitric acid. So because it's nitric acid, we get a nitrate salt. So the metal is calcium and the salt is a nitrate, so it's calcium nitrate. Hydrogen gas is produced. In terms of formulas, nitric acid is HNO3. Calcium nitrate, be careful with this one. We need to use some brackets here. So a nitrate, and we're going to need 2 lots of that. and then we've got our hydrogen. This equation again needs balancing. I'm going to put a 2 in front of that, and we have got a balanced equation. Okay. I've also going to put a video on the very end here for you that lets you just see the test for hydrogen, and you can watch that test taking place. It's the squeaky pop test. Again, you need to be able to describe that. So hopefully stop the video as much as you want, play the video back, complete the notes in there, and there's a homework with this as well, with the mark scheme for you to do the homework and then mark your work with that mark scheme. Okay, good luck everyone.